Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. This is Harlequin Intuitive, back with another pick a card reading. So for today's reading, the topic is going to be, what is your place in society, or what is your role in society? And we're going to be looking into kind of what the higher force perceives you as being, as far as who you're meant to be in society, specifically as a human within the human realm. So this isn't so much like a higher purpose reading, or like kind of like what it's not so much like what your mission is supposed to be, but it's more like, what is the role that you're supposed to be serving to humanity? What is the role that you're supposed to be embodying within the society that you're a part of, the generation that you're a part of, and how can you tap into that? So we're going to be looking at just the major arcana with this one, kind of just a general energy of what your ability really is, what your potential really is. We're going to be using a few other decks to look at any limitations that might be standing in your way, and then any advice that would like to come through to kind of help you embody this. So today we have 3 groups, and I'm using these pins for the first time. I thought I would use these pins because people wear pins and whatnot to kind of identify what you believe in. So you would wear a pin to kind of show what you're about. It's kind of like something that you put on your outfit to kind of like show what team you're a part of or whatever. So I thought they kind of fit for the theme of the reading, where we're talking about your social role and social identity. So let me show you guys the pins that I have for these. So for group 1, I have this cute little cat pin with sushi and little foods. It has a number 20 on it, and it says something in Russian, pot mino cat, something like that. So that's group 1. Group 2, we have this little harlequin cutie. It's just kind of like a little candy cat, or like some kind of cat with an outfit on. I think it's really cute. And group number 3 is a cat with a book and a cup of tea. So choose which one resonates the most. Try to focus on one single group so I can tune into the energy more intensely on just the one group, and then I will meet you at your reading. So feel free to take a moment and just feel into which one you think feels almost like an open door, or kind of like a pathway leading you somewhere. All right. So let's get started with these. Hi group 1, if you chose the first pin with the sushi cat, this is going to be your reading on what is your social role or your purpose in society. The reason I'm doing this reading is because I feel like it's a common theme right now, where it's really important to figure out kind of where you perceive that you belong in the world, to kind of tap into that. So again, this is just the major arcana and a couple of other characters, I believe. So for group 1, what is their role in society? What is their purpose in society from the higher force? The moon. So right off the bat for group one, I can tell that you are a very mysterious and emotional person. You are completely driven by your emotions and your day-to-day tasks and your day-to-day rituals. Um, if this is a person, sorry, hold on. So if this is a person that, if this is your role in society, then I feel like you are meant to kind of hide in the shadows and to do your work from a place of secrecy, or have a certain kind of soft influence on the world without being overt about it. Um, you have an ability to deal with emotions and deeper emotions and darker emotions that most people are not aware of or capable of. And so you are definitely one of the people, one of the persons that has been kind of called to work within the hidden realms or the obscure realms, the spiritual realms, the psychic realms, or the emotional and artistic realms, where your role in society is to kind of like maintain a certain rhythm or maintain a certain emotional stability, starting first from within yourself and then emanating out towards everyone. And so the cyclical nature of the moon as well shows me that you are passive when it comes to making decisions, and it's supposed to be that way. So if that's been a struggle for you, you shouldn't punish yourself for that, because it's just the way you're supposed to be. As far as the role that this serves society, or the role that this serves, your identity in the world, it's okay to be, in the darkness. It's okay to be nocturnal. It's okay to inhabit the kind of not so available realms, where you can just kind of feel and be free. And so I kind of see you as someone who most people wouldn't see during the day. You wouldn't be found in kind of places with a lot of people or with a lot of crowds. You kind of operate in a certain time where other people are not so in your face, or they're not like expecting anything of you. It's a very interesting card, so let's see if we can get any more clarity that would like to come through. So for our group one, I'm just going to put you guys over there. For group one, what else do we need to know about their place in society and how they're supposed to behave, or like how they're supposed to coexist in society, in the world? So this goes back to the theme of devoting yourself to what you love and what you genuinely value. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is all about the reciprocity between yourself and others in relationships and in partnerships, and it also reflects a certain role within society. So you have a certain deal of abundance and value and prosperity that might not be available to you financially necessarily, but you do have a certain value in the terms of like being able to give to others a certain sense of peace of mind or a certain kind of emotional fulfillment. But the thing is, you have to really have a very clear boundary with where you begin and the other person begins, because this is very clear with the moon as well. This emotional energy, it's sometimes like very difficult to create boundaries between you and other people because of the amount of transference that can happen. You have this ability by nature, like it's your nature to be like this, and it's very nourishing to others. You have to figure out a way to financially be able to maintain this, and also being able to maintain your health and drawing that boundary between your own assets and your own value and other people. So I see you also being a giver of guidance to people who need it the most, like providing help to people who need it the most in terms of emotional guidance and support. I'm seeing careers, like therapist or teacher or even an artist maybe. But that's not so important to me in this reading as much as like, what is the identity you're supposed to fill? What is the role that you've been cast for? And I see you being someone who you can stand very clear and very firm in a place of power when you focus on what you truly value and when you focus on what genuinely has meaning to you. These types of things are going to put you in a position in society where there's a certain reciprocity where you're valued for what you do and what you create, even if it might not be much, or because you're helping others in a way that's profound and in a way that's real, and it's not about it's not really about the power, it's not really about the financial stability or security. It's about actually devoting yourself to what you love. And so the moon here, traditionally in the tarot deck, the moon is that one card where the dog and the wolf are kind of finding a middle ground between two towers in the dark night. It's about, in a way, being an outsider to society. But in this case, you're an outsider who has everything, and you have like all this value. And so your role in society on a certain level, on a subtle level, is to guide others and to show others the way. But you have to figure out like how to make that work for you. So now what we're going to ask is, with the dark cards, we're going to ask, is there anything that's standing in your way, group one, in terms of embodying this or understanding this for yourself? So is there anything for group one that is standing in their way and blocking them from embodying this gift? Oh wow, so we have the Hierophant. This is a guy, like a lion-horned guy with a book open. This is the 5-star thing, or the 5-pointed star thing, where, the symbol of humanity, the symbol of society, is the Hierophant. It's the teacher, it's the belief. So what's holding you back, group one, is what you believe your role has to be in society. I see a hierarchical system with you that is telling you that you're supposed to be a certain way. Maybe it's a certain commitment or a certain belief to commitment, that you're supposed to be something, or maybe a degree that you have, or something that you have worked in before, or something that kind of defines you in society. There's something about that is leading you astray. Something about your beliefs. And so you really have to take a look at the people around you and where you currently fit into society, to take a look at what about that is leading you astray. What about that is something that you don't believe in? Because the thing about it is that I see this energy hovering over you, like this force, almost like an authority figure, that they're kind of like monitoring you. It's a monitoring spirit, that they're kind of like taking a look at your every move, and they're controlling you, and they're trying to assess and analyze your worth based on a system of beliefs that is fraudulent or falsified or just not in alignment with who you really are. And so who you really are is a deeply emotional creature. You know, you're very connected emotionally, and I feel like just seeing these images here, I get the feeling of your water, your inner life, being sort of sucked and siphoned through a sort of system, a mechanical, metric kind of system, where you're supposed to be hitting certain marks, and it's just not working for you, because your true value in society is to lead others through emotional language and emotional connection. But learning how to value that and create that boundary between you and others also is important, because I feel like what's blocking you is this sense of like submission to authority, and it's really, really blocking you. So, how can Group 1 take their power back? How can Group 1 take their power back? Oh, okay. 3 cards wanted to come up. Let's see. We have the 6 of Pentacles again, repeated. The 9 of Cups, another 9. And the 2 of Cups. Okay, that's really interesting. And 2 of the Moons. Do you see that? The 9 of Cups, first of all, it's mirroring the Moon. That's all about your emotional satisfaction. And the 6 of Pentacles twice in this one. In this one we have a spirit kind of hovering over the ocean. 6 of Pentacles, wow. It's this idea of hovering over people. You see that? How it's a like you are standing above the others. You have to understand that your emotional position is a place of power. You know, you have this power over others emotionally, and you have to assume that role by devoting it to what you love and what you truly value. You have to find it in yourself first. And then with the 2 of Cups, you'll be able to connect with others. But the way to overcome this is to connect with others in a genuine way. So lastly, I'm just going to ask the map to guide you on your journey. What is one piece of guidance that Group 1 could use for their journey moving forward? Education. I'm seeing some of you are stuck in a place of not growing, not learning. And so the advice for you is education. Do everything you can to get all the skills that you need to do what you really want to be doing. Look at how we have the Moon here. It could take a while. It could take a season or 2, you know, to figure out the skills that you need to get to where you need to be. But you really need to focus on it this time and stop listening to old belief systems or hierarchical systems that want to try to control you. You have to see the value in who you are and what you do and what you can provide to others, and the key to that is going to be through getting the skills that you need. Okay, Group 1, I'm going to leave this reading at that. Leave a comment if it resonated with you, and I hope to see you guys in the future for more videos. So take care and talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi, Group 2. This is going to be your reading if you chose the little Harlequin cutie. So this is going to be what is your role in society? What is the role that you've been cast to play in the world from the higher force? And, what can you do to attain that? So let's just focus on the role for Group 2, please. What is their social role? What is their purpose in society? Strength. So right off the bat, Group 2, this is a strength card. You have an incredible talent and incredible power that's yours to use. You are supposed to be a motivator. You're supposed to encourage others by becoming the most powerful version of yourself that you can be. This is a sign of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, all of it. It's the fire, it's the passion, it's the lust for life, And this is a really important social role to have because you know how the idea with Leo is that, everything kind of gravitates around the sun in our galaxy. But the reason for that is actually because the sun is what provides us life. And so the Leo is not so interested in being the center of attention as much as they're interested in being of service and having what they're offering be received by others and be nourishing to others. So that's why a Leo is kind of empowered when, people are encouraging their fire and encouraging their passion. It's because they feel like they're completing their purpose, It's not so much about the fame or the followers or the audience or the applause or anything like that. It's about actually being received. Because there's nothing worse to a Leo than being ignored, and every Leo knows this, and everybody who knows a Leo knows this, that the way that people punish Leos is by ignoring them. The reason for that is because Leo energy needs to feel valued by their service and what they give and how they can uplift up others, and that's why it's so easy for them to kind of warm up a room or be the source of life for people. And it's funny, a lot of people seem to have an issue with that sometimes. So let's just see Group 2, what do we need to know about tapping into your purpose? What else, how else can this manifest, or what else do we need to know about your social role being symbolized by strength? Power, talent. Okay. All right, so for Leos, again, this sense of confidence, this sense of, I got it in my head, I'm reading for Leos now. No, this is just Group 2. But for Group 2, it's a sense of confidence, a sense of value and esteem in who you are. Creating a sort of game strategy, game plan. I see you being a looker of solutions, a visionary, where you have the ability and the capacity to dominate the unknown. You know what I'm saying? To dominate and to like hold something in your hand and to believe something and then to actually go get it. You have the capacity to do that. So why is that important in the world to be a leader? Well, it's because you are going places. Like your talent is going to take you places. Your passion and your lust for life is going to take you places. And it comes from valuing yourself first. It comes from being happy with who you are and what you have, to be able to create kind of an execution strategy to be able to spread that fire across into other lands or across into other dimensions where your ideas and your novelty really kind of pierces through everything. So let's see if we can get more clarity on this. What else do we need to know about them applying this into reality for group 2? Again, with the Strength card, everything repeats itself. So it could be something that takes a while to build. We have the 7 of Pentacles came in with the 9. That's showing me that there's something, you expected it to be a lot faster. You've known this since you were a child, really, and you've probably been working at it, but you wanted it to be faster, or you wanted it to be easier, perhaps. It's not an easy path because you're creating something that's tangible, you're creating something real, and you are a creator in a way. You have to create something. But okay, so what I was saying is that there's something about being able to use your talent and being able to develop it to its maximum potential, because we have the Strength here with the King of Swords. There's something about being able to do it that is part of your purpose here, because it's like not too many people are. So to be able to do this is what is going to inspire and motivate others. It's not so much the financial rewards from it, because it's unlikely, or it's very difficult to be able to make this work for you financially. But it's the being able to do it that's going to motivate others and allow you to kind of embark on a new journey of expansion. We have here the 8 of Cups, which is all about walking away from a situation that's not working, allowing things to eclipse. There will be a change of season for you in terms of, like, you weren't always this way in society, and then there's going to be a change of season where you will be able to unlock new realms once you've moved past and cleared away the emotional attachments from your past. It's about being able to do it. It's about being able to attain it, not so much the financial rewards or the people from your past or the situations from your past that used to bind you. So it's about focusing on nourishing that talent, whatever that is. So we're going to ask the dark cards now. Is there anything that's holding you back? What is holding you back, group 2, from becoming this kind of person in society? Okay, a lot of cards fell. I'm just going to... So what's holding you back is the Hanged Man. Why are you stuck waiting? Notice here, very interesting, how on the top we have a jaguar waiting for somebody to be hanged or waiting to be hanged, and snakes. Is this jaguar going to save you, or is this what you're waiting on? I mean, the symbols are so crazy, how we have the tiger, the jaguar, the lion, all of it. You have this incredible force. You have this incredible talent that needs to be used, and you're just waiting on it. And the question is why? Why are you waiting to use your talent until what? Financial success or emotional support? I mean, it feels to me like you're waiting on something else. And the cards are really saying that your purpose is to lead. Your purpose is to dominate something by achieving it for yourself and being able to achieve it for yourself, instead of waiting on the outside to validate that for you. The Nine of Pentacles is all about self-worth and confidence. And I feel like what's lacking for you is that confidence. So take a look at the Leo energy, or any Leo placements in your chart might possibly help. Because the truth is that as a fixed sign, as a domineering energy, as a authoritative energy, a lot of people have a problem with Leo, and it's subtle, but it's destructive. And I think that it's something that a lot of Leos struggle with, is like being attacked by others or being watered down by others. We have here this water that you're walking away from, and the question is like, are the people in your life dampening your spirit, or are they encouraging you? And why are you waiting for them to encourage you when you're supposed to be the one that encourages everyone else, and you're supposed to encourage yourself as well? So, lastly, I'm just going to ask the map cards, is there anything that Group 2 needs to know in order to push them forward on their path? In order to guide them, perhaps, on what their next step might be, what they need to do from here on out? Follow the leader. It's literally what I was just saying. Do you guys see how the cards never lie? Leave me a comment if the tarot cards resonate with you and you're really feeling this, because I feel like it's never a coincidence that these cards are repeating the same thing again. The card is saying follow the leader. That means that you have to take charge of your life. You have to lead yourself before you lead others. And I know it's difficult, because it's difficult, but a lot of courage will come from this, and you'll gain a lot of self-confidence if you do something without asking for permission, without waiting for others' approval. Just do something that makes sense to you, and just take control of your life. So Group 2, I think I'm going to leave this reading at that. Let me know in the comments if it was helpful for you, if it resonated with you in any way. And I hope to see you again in the future for more tarot readings. So take care, and talk to you guys later. Bye. All right. That was Group 2. Now finally, Group 3. All right. Hi, Group 3. If you chose the Tea and Book Cat pin, this is going to be a reading on what is your role in society, what is the role that you've been cast to play in society, basically. I really love this topic, so let me know in the comments if you guys like topics like these, or if you want something different. So let me just shuffle them one more time and clear it out. All right, Group 3, please. What is their role in society? What is the role that they've been cast to play? Okay. The Master of Flames. Very similar to the last group, but this group is a lot more personal, a lot more personified. This isn't a major arcana. This is traditionally the King of Wands. But I thought I'd throw him in because he feels very embodied in his persona, and you know, the Master of Flames. So your role in society, similar to the last group, is to be a leader, but in this case, I'm seeing it more masculine in the sense that it could be almost like a fatherly energy. And if you are a female, I feel like it could still apply to you because there are women that have that fatherly energy. Or it could be that you are to work with men in a very specific way. Now, hear me out. This is the leader, this is the coach, this is the authority figure, this is the father, this is the decision maker, this is the chief, this is the priest, this is the main guy. This is the guy you go to get to make a decision about something, and he makes a decision based off of what he values and what he's passionate about and what he believes in and what he wants to see happen. His vision, in a way. But behind every king is a queen, right? And so there's something about the masculine energy that's very specific to your role in society where, I don't know what it is, it's like either you're supposed to attain that level of like mastery in terms of like being a father figure for other people, but if you are a female, it's also creating the space for that, like being able to see the greatness in men, being able to see the value in men, and working with men very closely, working maybe in male types of areas or social groups where it's very masculine, the way that the people engage with each other and the way that they kind of make decisions. It's about being able to feed that and nourish that in a way that benefits the group and not just the individual person. So the Master of Flames is all about benefiting the group, about benefiting the tribe, the family system, the people that you're a part of, and bridging and bringing everyone together to get on the same wavelength. Because the Master of Flames, he operates on a philosophy, and that philosophy is the fundamental key point in any social group. It's almost like if you want to have an army, you kind of have to have a sort of vision present to motivate the men, so to speak. It's very much like that kind of energy. So I'm going to ask the tarot deck. It's also surprising that you got this, considering that the cat is reading the book and sipping a tea, doing like the cutest thing ever. Maybe you're supposed to be studying something with the Master of Flames. I don't know. So for group 3, please, what else do we need to know about their social purpose? Their role in society. What else do we need to know? Oh, wow. Notice how it's very warfare-y and then it's like chill. So, okay. The Four of Swords. Wow. So if this is your role, it's almost like a passive action in a way. You're resting here on the truth, what you believe to be true. You have enemies, that's for sure. And there are potential social groups that are your enemy. My phone is running out of battery. Sorry, you guys. I'm just gonna try to finish this up. So I see you fighting for justice, and I see you fighting for something that you fundamentally believe in, but you've had to be quiet about because of your enemies or the people that are conspiring against you in a way. The Fool, though, is very detached. Maybe you have to stop fighting for the wrong cause and start learning that to be masculine does not mean to be savage. To be a leader, to be a father, to be a chief, does not mean to assert your force. There's a certain vibe that I'm getting with this reading that's about passively taking action, knowing that the intentions and the seeds that you've planted will take root and will develop on their own, because you're a leader of men and you lead other people through your passive coolness in a way. And then you just kind of like wash your hands and you're detached from it. So there's something, and this is about who you are as a person as well, the Fool. How you dress. Look at how he's swagged out. Again, with the swagged out characters. The long frilly sleeves and the headband, whatever. It's in the way that you present yourself that influences others, that leads men. So the way that you dress, the way that you act, your behavior is an example for other people. And so it's learning that it's like, I don't have to take action. I don't have to fight these battles. I don't have to be the most savage in the room. Other people will do that for me. Other people will come to defend me and kind of take that ideology and spread it outwards and fight for it. But all I have to do is lead by example and be the person that they want me to be. Because I see a lot of people projecting their image onto you. Whether you're a guy or a girl, doesn't matter, because this is a warfare-y kind of social group, and there's a lot of people involved, and they're looking for leadership, and they're looking for a person to be reliable and dependable and secure and stable, mentally stable especially, because there's a lot of people that are mentally unwell or mentally kind of like on the edge, on the brink of doing something or taking action against something. And so the best thing that you can do is to kind of free yourself from any material gain or anything outside of yourself, and just focus on being that example for people. You have eyes on you and you have enemies, and so your role in society is going to be to embody that. So we're going to ask now the dark cards, what is limiting you, group 3? What is stopping you from being this person? What is stopping you or standing in your way? The Eight of Pentacles, something about work. Let me take a look at the card. We have a dude here, a kind of lion-horned dude on a type of horse. He's brooding and he's doing this, and he's just kind of like, damn. I don't know. He's just kind of like thinking about all the work that he's put into something, and it's almost like become his hand. Like the work that he's done is becoming his hand or something. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about the work that you put into something. So ask yourself, what is the work that you've put into something that is kind of damaging you in a way? Like, what have you worked on that is holding you back? What is something that you've built that is holding you back? I don't know what it is, but it's almost like something that you've put a lot of work into. This guy's also armored. He's wearing like knight's armor. I'm getting almost images of like a game or like something you've worked very hard on, something that you've mastered a lot of levels to. There's something about that is isolating you, and it's not allowing you to tap into this for some reason. It's almost like, let's see if we can get clarity with it. It's almost like you've been fighting too hard to do something or to achieve something. Clarity, please. Clarity, clarity. Whoa, that one almost fell right into the fire. Justice. Okay. I see that what it is that you've been working very hard to fight for what's right, or to do something that you believe is right, that you believe is kind of like, this is the way it is, an ideology, following a path. And there's really nothing wrong with that, but I do see that it is holding you back from the influence that you could have on others. Because, again, this is a stoic, passive leader. He is a masculine figure. You know, he's an older figure for younger men. And I feel like there's something about the ideology that you've been working on, something about a judgment that you've cast, perhaps on a group of people, or on something that you've been working too hard to fight the enemy, where whereas you should be focusing more on your persona, your identity, and the example that you're setting, not so much fighting the enemy, right? So, that being said, I'm going to ask the map deck. So, I'm going to ask the map deck if there's any final advice that they have for you, group 3, to help kind of guide you on your path to see how you can tap into this. All right. Very interesting. You got the come together card. It reminds me of like the late 70s or like the late 60s and 70s, kind of like everybody was a giant force to be reckoned with. Come together is all about bringing people together. Again, you have this talent innate in you to bring people together. Focus on that. Focus on bringing people together with a similar mindset instead of fighting the enemy. This is very, very clear to me, this reading. You have a very powerful and beautiful fate ahead of you if you really kind of tap into this and you really, really focus on the image of yourself that you are projecting to the world and how important that is for other people, especially younger men and especially like people who look up to you. You have a lot of eyes on you. You have a lot of care and awe and admiration going towards you. And you should really, really try to embody that and become like someone who brings people together and sets an example for people instead of just trying to work to fight or work to kind of turn your back on a certain group of people. It's not going to get you that far. The best thing that you can do for tapping into your social persona and your social value in the world is going to be through bringing people together and being that kind of like leader that people are missing right now. Okay, group 3, I hope this was helpful for you. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of the reading. Let me know if you want to see more readings like this. And I hope to see you again in the future for more tarot readings. So take care, you guys, and talk to you later. Bye.